There we go. All right. We're going to go up there. It starts officially in right now, actually. Now, you know, who's late to their own party. So,
Alright, so let me see.
Oh, the roster access?
so I'm ready to give y'all a little bit of background noise. There we go.
Which two?
Just came back from Petco with your first dog. Hell yeah, man. Hell freaking yeah.
Still active?
My goodness. Hell it. Hell it.
11:15 dispatch.
The last two
When I put it on theater, can
Show
everyone
me
hear me?
1041 as active MB.
Everyone can, okay, but we're just gonna do it in here then.
Do I have any 71s on right now?
We're going to be located at 024 now. I have found the vehicle.
Go ahead and say a few things before I hand it over to you.
A-firm 9
For everyone who is over here and came to the training, I think you will all be pretty impressed with this. You're going to learn a lot of stuff from it, gain a lot lot of useful information and whatnot. I see we have
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
3
8.
BCSO guys, so you two will. I don't know what we're gonna do with you yet, but definitely very happy that you guys decided to show up. So with all that being said, and all other things, I don't know if I'm gonna go over this though, SOP and whatnot.
11:15. I'm showing you having a panic button going off.
Y'all know what's the best thing about having a thing of fries?
Sure I don't have any other BCSO guys.
I think I broke my camera.
You're supposed to be over here. We're not over here right now.
I know a couple of them said it's past their bedtime, their time zone.
Yeah, it's a few people have DM'd me and said that, so the ones who did are excused from it.
934.
Like I was saying before that, we are going to do a little canine class. The first part of it is going to just be going over SOPs, you know,
We're turning off our webcam today.
not to do, zero tolerance policy.
So y'all get
which
absolutely
means we are
everything.
Not, what's it called? Cause any issues, you're out of here. We're not doing it. However, a lot of you seem to, you know, be well mannered, not going to blurt things out, all that good stuff. With that out of the way, I'm gonna get the SOP up. I'm gonna let you take over a little bit here. I'm gonna figure out the SOP. So.
All right, so. By the way, fries are delicious. Thank you, whoever brought those.
Can I get a cat check?
You're good.
All right. So just y'all can understand a little bit about me and my background, both IRL and in game. When it comes to dogs, I've got going on 13 years experience as a canine instructor and handler in real life. So I'm not going to say I'm perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but certainly when it comes to real life scenarios, I kind of know my shit. You got questions? Canine chat is always open to any of y'all. That's, you know, I've been doing this a hot minute. I'm biased to Malinois, but German Shepherds, whatever you want to RP your dog out at is totally fine. But mine, if any of y'all have ever met him, I RP him out as Canine Fluffy. That is based off of my real life dog, who is now, I want to say, almost 13 and a half. He was my first dog ever. I'd never had a dog until I went to the canine school in 2010. I went through Canine Academy in North Carolina. Not from North Carolina, that's just where they sent me, and got my start. So that's my background. I will be handling the practical side of things, as far as knowledge base on, you know, scenarios when we get out. I believe we're going to Fort Zancudo to do scenarios and practical stuff. I'll also be handling some of the canine script stuff. After training, I will be, if I can, can I post links in canine chat? Theo?
You should be able to.
Okay.
If not, just send it to me.
If not, I'll have Theo post it. But there is a link to how to use your F8 menu to do a lot of key bindings that you can't ordinarily access.
What?
In game. So for those of y'all like myself that have gaming mice that have like 13 buttons on the side of them, what I'll post in the canine chat will allow you to go in depth with your macros. So yeah, it'll alleviate you having to do a lot of the /canine stuff. So hopefully that is of benefit to y'all.
1208.
Any questions before we get into the meat and veg of the evening?
Tango 02.
And there, when we're
934
doing this,
to
there is no such thing as
924.
a stupid question when it comes to canine training. So ask away.
Heavy
How
shots
long
fired,
is it
heavy
gonna
shots
take?
fired. 064.
The class tonight?
Well, it all depends. I mean, this
Yeah.
is the first one that I'm doing, so
Yeah.
we're gonna see how it goes. But you guys are gonna learn some nice
My
stuff,
motorbike
Can't hear you,
smoke.
Theo.
highly recommend it.
They said they can't hear you, Theo.
Oh, I gotta turn it all the way up.
934
What I just said a second ago was, I don't know exactly how long it's going to take. It's my first time doing it. So, I'm guessing anywhere from an hour to, at the most, 2 hours. But I do highly recommend it for everyone. You're gonna learn a lot of stuff from it, and it's going to enhance your RP by a lot. So,
Yeah. If you have to jet out for whatever reason, you got to go 10-7, RL issues, blah, blah, blah. This will be posted on YouTube. So you'll be able to find it if you want to watch it later on at your own, pace. Do appreciate all of y'all for showing up.
I can't raise my hand, but is there a way to use a controller, or is it just a mouse and keyboard?
You can use a controller, but common issues that you're gonna face when you use a controller is when you get out of the car, the dog's gonna get out of the car, right? So I'm actively testing out a controller method using what I'll post in the game chat or in the canine chat to macro away those sort of issues. As soon as I figure them out, I'll post it in canine chat. I'll be like, hey, anybody who wants to use a controller, I've now figured it out. Let's have a small little meeting. I'll walk you through it real quick. Boom, 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 and done.
Cool.
So I am actively working on it. I, of course, use a mouse and keyboard because of, body cam and all that kind of stuff. It just makes it so much easier for me. But I am actively working on a solution for that so that you can utilize a controller if you want to.
Roger.
So you want to do
So-
SOP stuff?
yeah, we're gonna go over that. So one thing Chum is right there. He can kind of go over this a little bit with me. So we're going to go over the BCSO P9 SOP today. They're kind of the same in their own ways for the most part. So we're just gonna go over that. Whatever doesn't apply to you should be in your own K9 SOP. All of you should have read your own by now. But
Mhm.
if you didn't, then we're gonna go over
He's
a
gonna
few
be running
things
for me.
here.
He
So
just punched me.
go ahead and pull it up here.
Marsha, in order to be in training, you gotta be
every
a
single
canine.
thing, but just
person.
the main things. And then after we go over this little thing, it should take only like 10, 12 minutes to go over everything I want to in here. We're going to get in the bus and head up to, what's it called? Fort
Fort
Zancudo
Zancudo.
for the hands-on part of it. So,
934.
is everyone ready for this?
Tango 302.
All right, let's get started. So,
They're doing the SOP kind of stuff for the moment, so I can hang out with y'all and chat for a little bit.
here, okay, so personal and canine equipment. These are some of the things for RP that you probably should have when you are out in the field. A few of them include muzzles and leashes, 2 meal bowls, food and water, some dry food, supply of drinking water, a ball or other toy, maybe to reward them or for them to really play with, but something to reward them after they do a good job, you could say. Probably not the right logic there, but waste bags, canine treats, and canine trauma kits. Another thing would be a let's see real quick, that's not this one. Canine uniform structure. How many BCSO guys are in here? Only 3.
Colleen, I don't
So,
like because
for our SOP,
my
I don't
computer's
know
a
how it is
beast.
for everyone's
What's
SOP,
status
but
at
there is a
065?
certain uniform I would
I'm
like
gonna
you
be showing
guys
the
to
right arm
wear.
And,
If you do not have
we
it
got one
already,
suspect,
just gonna go real
custody,
quick.
one down.
What Cooker has, I would change it to have the
Tango
canine
to
vest
St.
on.
Maria.
So everyone is required,
we're
at
doing
least
it
for
right now.
BCSO, to have some sort of way to show that they are a canine. You have to have a vest on. For instance, on this one, look behind it, sheriff, canine, also says it on the front.
You don't
So-
have that number, do you?
Let me get the number for you real quick. We're gonna get right
Or
back
mine
into
also
this.
says canine if you want a different variant. Because I
Yeah,
personally
so
hate
there's that
tasers.
one too. Let me see real quick. So mine, for anyone who's in here, this is only for Lane County, but it's going to be number 24. So That's another good one.
I'm
Chloe,
looking at mine
yours
now.
is totally fine. Says K9 on it. Does the job. Snicks, you
What's
know
yours, D?
what uniforms you can or can't have.
Mine
That's
under
good.
MPET is 5.
So,
King Tyree, so
so one thing I want to go
175.
over real quick. Chum, I don't know if your guys are, you know, in their correct ones. I don't know.
They're supposed to just
Yeah.
be in their pretty regular SVPD uniform because we don't have the proper UP, but we'll have it soon.
All right, and a few K9 commands. Of course, these are not all of them. Dude's going to teach you a few of them, I'm sure. But the ones that we have for now that I have on the SOP that everyone should know are your heal commands, calls the K9 over to the officer's side where it will remain until it's given instructions. Hold, the K9 will remain in its position. Sit, the K9 will sit. Bite, it will bite the subject. Track, it will follow a scent. All of that good stuff. K9 commands, we're going to go over that at Zancudo. Is everyone here familiar with them? They should be for the most part, hopefully.
Again, there's no such thing as a stupid question. So if you want to ask something, ask it.
100 lifted at
I'm not
Oh,
familiar with
65.
him since I just become
Oh,
K9.
shit.
All right. Chum, you know what we talked about.
Response to calls and pursuit involvement. So, I don't know if this is for every single agency in San Andreas, but at least for BCSO, when you are on a pursuit, you cannot hit a vehicle. I've seen other departments in San Andreas doing it, but BCSO, you are not allowed to. Also, another
Go
thing
ahead,
we
sir.
do to keep the chaos kind
New
of down
monitor
with
is
that, there
boss.
can
Thank you
only
for
be
asking.
2 units on at a time in server. So you can't have 3, 4, 5 in one agency. So that's just for BCSO. Could vary by the different, you know, departments, but that's how it works for us. Shots fired situations during a call. Actually, it's
Have
probably
you
be
guys
best to
got
do that
medics
over there
yet
at
at
Zancudo.
065?
Leave your damn
Demonstration.
dogs in the car.
Yeah, just leave them in the car. We do have Jaden here. He's going to help out. Be our kind of test dummy here for the training. So you guys will
Mm-hmm.
Chum if you want to.
I am an
Uh,
IRL
secure.
canine instructor, yes.
I believe that's everything for that part. So, dude, do you have anything else to add for the, you know, talking part of it?
Not for the talking part of it. We can go on to the practical part of today's examination.
Alright, and no questions. Once again,
So,
now's the time.
If you sign on, should you put K9 in your name so everyone on
I'm gonna go get a bus.
dispatch would know that you have
No,
K9?
we do not. We don't put down their names. Soda really doesn't like it when we do that, so I prefer you not
934,
to.
show me 10
Even
from
on the
that,
radio?
On the radio, I
1071
clock in. I'll give you an example, right?
8239, check traffic, please.
When I'm signing in for the shift, this is typically how my transmission would go. I'll say, you know, 929 radio clear, and somebody will say Lima Charlie or 102 or whatever it is. Then I'll say there's 922 going 1041 riding 1 active canine out of boom 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 wherever I am. That's typically the end of it. You know, I won't say 922 canine every time I talk. Everybody at that point knows I'm canine. Dispatch knows I'm canine. So
What I'm
And another
asking
thing you
is,
can do is
sign
on
in
your
on the
seniority
radio.
tab, you can put K9 at the top.
you're talking about? Oh, you're talking about
When-
like
when you
next
sign
to
in
your
on the
name.
radio.
I got you.
Yeah, next to your name.
So
if
in
you're
your
gonna write
username,
K9.
no, do not do it.
I have a question.
Go
Go
ahead.
for it.
So by basic commands, do you mean just like the knowledge of the commands, or like how to actually perform the
Just like the
actions
knowledge
of
of
the
the commands. That's not the
Okay.
actual in-game commands. Again, Dude's gonna probably go over some more of the actual verbal commands if you want to. Once we get over to Zancudo. So, any other questions before we head out?
As soon as we
Alright,
get
where's
in
the
the,
bus at?
Bus is right out the front doors. I'm your
Alright,
bus
let's go.
driver.
let's go, ladies.
Yeah, bus driver, show me.
This is gonna be fun because we're gonna no clip over to Fort Zancudo. Hey, appreciate them biddies. Thank you, homie. Thank you very, very much for that. Anybody can be Leo, not everybody can be K9. Hey, we got a Greyhound.
All right, everyone load up.
No, no,
Don't push the darn bus or climb on it.
25 to direct.
One at a time, one at a time. Load up.
Oh my god.
It's time for school.
Kicked out.
Yeah, I got kicked out too.
Behind you, David.
Show me,
If you got kicked out,
the night.
that sucks.
One at a time.
We might be full. I don't know. I don't know if it
Yeah, I
actually
think
allows
you're
us
full.
to seat though. All right, Theo, get a
Another
second bus. Theo, you're gonna have to get a second bus.
Drive the second bus.
All right, get out of the way. This bus is rolling. Cole, get out of the way.
What the heck are y'all doing?
Dispatch
We're
room.
probably
Going to
gonna,
canine training.
We going to school.
I mean, whoa, sorry.
the wheels on the bus go round
Oh,
and
this is a
round.
one-way. This is a one-way. Oops.
Citation.
Hey,
Sure, it'll be fine.
Oh, you're no clip. You're actually driving us. I thought you were gonna no clip up there.
I mean, I can. You want me to?
That's what I thought you were gonna do.
We're flying. It's the Magic School Bus.
There you go.
I get car sick.
Magic School Bus.
Miss Frizzle.
Right. I was trying to think of that.
Tango 03 is going to be en route to 00.
That's a treat.
First wall drive.
There we go.
2 north, 36 meters.
That was a good landing, Miss Frizzle.
In
Fastest
all
bus
of
in
my
the nation.
years of playing GTA, I don't know if I've ever used this entrance.
Yeah, so on this tour of your canine, we're going to Magic School Bus this bitch and turn into a tiny bus and go inside the mouth of the canine and study the anatomy.
All right.
It's going to be the most
Appreciate
in-depth
the
training
subs
you've
on
ever witnessed.
Twitch, man. Thank you.
This poor person doing their training is gonna just get.
Yeah, they're on an EVOC course. Nope. Turning radius ain't very good.
Cause screw that sign.
The laws of the road don't apply to this bus.
Nope.
Dispatch from Tango 36.
Oh, first time here.
Damn it, they beat us. They got a shitty bus though. Ours is better.
I do
All right.
appreciate the
the
comfier
green
seats.
bean.
No,
Mhm.
load them all on here.
That's not a bus.
All right, get off of my bus. Stand on the line.
Stand on line.
I feel like I'm going basic training.
Reporting for duty,
They,
sir.
don't give those of us in here PTSD from that. We don't.
Reporting for duty, sir.
All stand on the line. Everyone on the line.
Oh, yep.
What's up?
Okay.
Snakes, you better put that hand down.
Go ahead and show me on an active
Oh, God.
black
So,
colored four-door
2,
BMW occupant times 1
Yep.
facing northbound.
Hey,
north
so
freeway.
don't take offense to how I talk.
100, no additional
I'm gonna treat you all like you know nothing about the canine script. All right. And we're gonna do this baby steps one at a time. So,
Gonna be at
everybody, the basic
red.
way to spawn the canine menu is everybody can do T/canine. That's gonna bring up your menu. All right. On your menu, you're gonna have things like options, animations, actions.
10-4, thank you.
To pick out whether you're city, sheriff, whatever,
Units available.
to get the correct livery for your dog, you go to options, then change model, and then police, sheriff, trooper, depending on what you are. I've selected sheriff, then you go to spawn, which is underneath it, and boom. Like the other person in front of us, we should all have dogs at this point.
11,
You feel free to spawn them.
yeah, hang tight.
Play with the button, test it out, yada, yada, yada.
1170. Can I get you to attach to a bar fight?
There you go. Any questions on it? Hashtag screenshot.
11-4 is going to be on 006.
All right, it seems like we've all, for the most part,
934.
mastered that particular thing. So then you've got various other things, depending on how in-depth you want to go. You can bring up the /canine again. Then you can do your animations like sit, lie down, that kind of stuff. Depending on, you know, what you're doing in your scene, you can use those. With what I will be posting in Canine Chat, you'll be able to macro most of that to buttons on your mice or your keyboard, depending on how you want to do that kind of stuff. But anyways, if y'all could do me a favor and put your dogs away now, so that we don't just clutter up the area with canines, that would be fantastic. We're gonna use Fluffy here as the demo. All right, then we're gonna get into stuff that I have macroed to my mouse. So, you know, questions about key bindings, feel free to ask. I will do my best to remember what the default commands are. I cannot promise I will get it right the first time, because I've been using my macros for years now at this point. But
State 166 to dispatch.
see, I can't hear you.
I'll turn it up a little bit. I can give out the keyboard commands for the most
There you go.
part.
So if you've got questions about default keyboard commands, Theo's your man. Okay, so this is simply what it looks like when the dog is following you around. He will follow you wherever you want, yada yada yada. You do that same button again, the dog will stay. Alright, now the dog is going to stay exactly where I left him, in the position that I left him. At this point, you can get out in the meat and veg of a traffic stop and be like, you want your dog to watch over you because you're interacting with a Civ versus, say, an Alpha Ida. You can get your dog out, you put your dog in a downstay while you're interacting with the Civ, right? That way the dog is out ready to rock and roll should you need it. Okay, we can get into those when we do like an example later on. Same button again, dog will follow you around. Okay, that's just basic movement. Anybody got questions on it? No? Okay, and guys, if you're going to ask questions, do me a favor, make sure you're on shout so that I can hear you. Because I'm standing over here, and unless you're on shout, I will not be able to hear you. Alright, so we're going to leave Fluffy here for a moment. I'm going to spawn a vehicle, and we're going to go over getting in and out of vehicles and stuff like that.
So no questions so far. Don't be afraid to say it at any time.
I have a question.
We're gonna go one by one. So Cooker, what's yours? Yeah, I'm gonna post them real quick in the Q&A chat. I can't even put images in there, but let me see real quick. I'm gonna post the text in the K9 chat. So if anyone wants to look over it real quick for the keybinds on keyboard, I'm gonna post them in there. So.
Okay. So this, obviously, I'm going to do vehicles from the BCSO standpoint. If the vehicles that I have in my saved menu are the ones that I know work. There are other K9 vehicles that, or vehicles that have K9 liveries is the way that I should word it. There are other vehicles that have K9 liveries, but just because they have the livery doesn't mean that it works. You know, there's a Tahoe that has a different K9 skin for BCSO on it. Every time you get your dog out, the dog will die. And that just, you know, creates a whole bunch of headaches. So I have this one that I know works, and the Explorer that I know works, and the Charger that I know works. Okay, but if y'all have ever seen me driving around, it's 99 times out of 100 is going to be in this one here. Just go through your department's liveries, find the one that you like that works, roll with it. Okay, because you don't want to be trying to get your dog out in the middle of a scene and you hit your panic button, the door pops, and then the dog dies, right? That's just unfortunate. Anyways, the same button that you are using to have the dog follow you around is also the same button that will get the dog in and out of the car. Okay? It's just the way I have it bound, right? Or correction, I foobarred that. It is not the same button. Disregard what I just said. It is totally different. I'm thinking of the bite. My apologies. Okay, so you're gonna action for getting the dog in and out. Just walk up next to your vehicle, hit that button, the dog's gonna do it itself, and on body cam, this is everybody's favorite part. They get to watch the dog contort itself and shut the door by himself. Okay. If you are on a scene, or you're on a 1080, whatever, and it stops, and somebody bails out, foot bails out of the vehicle, that button that you are using to follow will also hit your door popper. Okay, so if we're in a foot pursuit, I'm running, yada, 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 we bail out, I need the dog, boom, I hit the button, door opens, K9's gonna come to wherever I'm standing. If I'm running around, he's gonna follow me. He's following, he's following, he's following. Okay, you can preload that button. What I mean by preload that button is if you are in a 1080 and you believe that the person is gonna crash and is gonna foot bail, as you are driving your vehicle, okay, you can hit it to where it says, you know, K9 come. As soon as your car stops, that door is gonna pop open and the dog's gonna come out. Okay. Excuse me, hiccups. For those of y'all that you know, can get the timing down right, go for it. It'll work. But if you come to a stop for whatever reason, and you've got that already preloaded, the dog will pop out of the car, and if you're meaning to continue on in your vehicle, now you've got to waste your time getting the dog back in the car. So just get your timing right, okay? That's all it is. Get your timing right. I personally don't do it because, you know me, I can't drive for shit. So I will hit something, the dog will pop out, and now I got to waste time getting the dog back in the car. But it will work, okay? If you decide to do that. It's a fun thing if you can get the RP down. Okay, right, so we've covered dogs getting in, dogs getting out. This will be dog apprehending somebody. So the dog's out, you're doing whatever it is, your foot chase is in. Where's our test dummy?
Right here.
Okay, so there, Jaden is very nicely volunteering for that. In order to, oh, I should stop myself. Any questions about getting dogs in and out, that sort of stuff so far?
I don't have a question, but I think I'm gonna have to relog because my game is frozen.
Theo, real
The
quick.
keys for
Theo, real
what
quick.
the? Yep. Alright, we're gonna continue. Just don't worry about
I
that.
got it.
Yeah, if stuff like that happens while we're doing this, that's why these guys are here. Just ignore them. Is all I gotta say is just ignore them. Anyway, so no questions about dogs in and out, yada yada yada. Cool. All right. Anyways, so Jaden over there is our perp. He's foot bailed. In order to send the dog on either an AI or a civ, you have to have a weapon out in your hands. Okay, so you have to have your pistol, your taser out, something like that. You have to have them out. It's very simple. You point at the person. The same button that's heal or follow is the button that will send the dog. And then there the dog goes.
Oh, there you go.
Alright. You can call the dog off mid-bite by hitting the same button that is your canine come command, and the dog will come back to you. Okay, one thing you got to pay attention to when you're doing this is if somebody tases the suspect, all right, another deputy, officer, troop, or whatever tases the suspect, and then while you've got your dog sent and they pass out, they fall down, whatever it is, they become incapacitated, that canine will then do one of two things. The canine will either turn on the person that did the tasing and bite them, or it will return to the handler and bite them. When that happens, don't freak out. Just be on point. Hit your canine, follow command, and they'll stop. Okay? It's just the way the script works, and it's actually kind of accurate in real life. The dog will occasionally get pissed and turn around and bite somebody because you fucked with his toy. So, just part of life. Any questions on how to deploy on a suspect?
Not at the time, no.
Nope.
10-4, thank
Cool.
you. Last unit, go ahead.
I like this group, making it very, very easy. Okay, so Jaden, will you spawn a vehicle for me?
10-4, thank you.
Stay 166
Okay.
dispatch.
So
Hey,
we're
Captain, dude, quick question for you.
Quick answer, no.
Citations given, you can go ahead and she'll be back in
No, go for it, man.
How many bites with the dog before it incapacitates a actual civilian?
So a civ, it can range on how injured they are because we've all got health bars. They have the same thing. They got a health bar, right? So you want it. We'll go into an example, but if they like, all right, I give up. Recall your dog, right? Do that kind of stuff. Over the years, what we've told people, IRL changes, right? It used to be as you're running, stop police canine, I'll send my dog, stop police canine, I'll send my dog. You have to say it 3 times before you actually send your dog. Now it's fuck that. My standpoint is if you're getting a dog out, you're getting bit. End of story. That's what's happening. So it all depends on, departmental policy, that kind of stuff. But for us, BCSO, you're getting a dog out, you're getting bit. End of story.
All right.
All right, so does he have a vehicle? Cool.
I believe I have one.
So when it comes to vehicle stuff and you're interacting with the civs, all right, you've got the option under the canine menu to do searches, right? The one thing that bugs me about this is that when you do that option, it'll pop all the doors and windows and everything open. I hate that. That's not accurate in real life, but it's just the way the canine script works. And roll it out. When you're searching canine vehicles with AI vehicles, you're gonna get all the fun stuff. You're gonna be like, all right, it found your dad, or it found a dildo, or it found needles, blah 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 blah. That's fine to RP with whenever you are dealing with the Alpha Idas. When you're dealing with civs, that is, you ignore that. You know, you are doing the canine search for the visual and the visual only. You have to give the Civ the chance to tell you whether you are going to find something or whether you're not going to find something. You can't just say, all right, my dog's getting excited on the trunk. You know, we found dope. You're forcing the RP at that point. Give the Civ the chance. So a lot of the Civs, you know, are becoming more and more familiar with the canine because they encounter, you know, us more and more often. They're learning. All right, they're learning like we are. They will talk in the skybox, and they will say, "Canine finds boom, boom, and boom," and that's what your dog finds, not the dildo or whatever it is. You know, we've all seen it. It pops up all the time. That's how it is. So you're over here, you're searching. Say the guy's standing next to you. The dog. We'll put the dog in the visual here. Actions.
I'm gonna move the car a little bit closer because they might not be able to hear too much.
Oh no, I'm gonna go back over there and talk.
Oh, all right.
All right, so right now Fluffy's going through his visual of going around the car. So if Jaden is the Civ and he's right next to me, I'll do something simple like the slash me, and it'll pop up like that. That's giving him a chance to say, all right, the dog's gonna find, you know, a key of coke in the trunk. See, right now it said my dog found a bong and a loaded gun. All right, I'm ignoring that. I'm giving the Civ the chance to tell me he found boom, boom, boom. Okay, that's how we roll when you're interacting with Civs. When you interact with the, see, there you go. He's told me he's found a little baggie of weed. San Andreas marijuana is legal. I don't give a crap about that. All right. Once the search is done, the dog's going to be in default. Is going to be in stay. So again, just pop your follow button. Dog will come back to you. That easy. When we're out dealing on the side of the road, if you're not far enough off the road, I put down a traffic sign. It's very easy, as follows. Traffic sign / traffic sign space 2. This one slows down traffic. That one slows down traffic. Traffic sign 1 will stop traffic. There's no need to stop the traffic, but there is a need to slow it down. If we are, you know, on the side of the road and you guys are the traffic coming past, I will typically stand in the lane, far enough in the lane that traffic can route around me, but the dog is going to go in front of me. That's sort of using myself as a meat shield, if you were, so that my dog doesn't get hit by a car, because otherwise the dog will jet out into the road. You know, just this is the way the script works, and your dog get hit by a car, and then you got to explain that part. Okay, any questions so far? No questions. All right, we're making it real easy. So at this point, we're going to do demo. Well, basically a demo scene. It's going to be real simple. How to interact with them. Yada, yada, yada. Okay? Fluffy back in the car.
Pull the car in front of them.
Hey, dude.
Yeah, what you got?
Is it possible, like, we can do all the commands from the menu?
You can do any of the commands from the menu, yes. The heal and stuff like that, that is a key binding. That is not something to do, that is not something you can do from the menu.
And then how many keybinds do you have set?
Do I have? Oh, shit.
Yeah, you got my message.
I've got, I think, 12 buttons on the side of my mouse.
Yeah, is that all
I
correct?
probably use 10 of them.
Yeah.
Okay, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, but, you know, that's just because, you know, I don't know what they all are off the top of my head, but they're there. The ones that I actively use, I probably use 4 or 5 of them on a regular basis. So I have the follow, the get in and out of the car. Those are the 2 main ones that I use, because those are the ones that control everything that I've just shown you. Those 2 buttons control everything that I just showed you.
And then, do you know, have you ever tried, do you think numpad would work?
So, because I have the mouse, right? The mouse, all it does is mimic buttons on the keyboard. My canine commands are bound to my number pad. It's funny that you say that. And then my mouse mimics those buttons. So I'm not having to reach over and push numpad 1, numpad 2, yada, yada, yada. I also have the key bindings for cuffing somebody. For example, we're over here. I want to cuff Theo because, you know, Tommy's done something again. Boom. It's that quick. So
Also, for everyone, the keyboard commands for K9 are now posted in the
there you go.
K9 shop. So take a look at that.
15 dispatch, show me back tonight.
All right, Jaden, if you want to hop in there for me, sir.
Thank you.
So, K9 in a traffic stop, all right? Who can tell me what probable cause means? Any volunteers want to take a stab at it? Why probable cause is key when you're running a dog?
Sure, okay.
Go for it.
You believe that the suspect has possibly committed a crime?
Yeah, essentially. That's rudimentary definition of it. Use your canine as a tool for probable cause, right? So as the car is sitting and our traffic stop is sitting now, do I have probable cause to use my dog? You know, if I haven't smelled anything, yada yada yada, I have probable cause, right? Probable cause for a canine, you can search the exterior of a vehicle with a dog, all right? As long as you are not irrationally detaining the person for an extended period of time, you can search the outside of the vehicle, all right? If I'm up here and I say, hey, do you mind if I have a quick look through your vehicle, and he tells me to go fuck myself, right? That denies me the search of the interior of the vehicle. Don't have probable cause at that point. But I can run a dog around the exterior of the vehicle. That's why canines come in useful. Canines can be used to establish probable cause to go in the vehicle. Okay? So I'm up here, I say, hey man, Captain Dude, Blaine County Sheriff's Office, you mind if I search your vehicle real quick?
No.
Boom, there you go. He's denied me permission to search his vehicle. At this point, if I know that I want to get in the vehicle, I've already got my 32 rolling. My 32 should be here by now. Okay, so I'll say, all right, buddy, no problem. I've got a canine here with me. Okay, we're gonna do a quick area search outside your vehicle. If you go ahead and step out for me, we're gonna shut your door and run the dog around real quick and get you back on the road. All right. There you go. He's gonna pop out. All right. 9 times out of 10, the civs are compliant. Every now and then, you know, they're running a particular scene and they'll say, "Go F yourself," and then you've obviously got different courses of action from that point. You tell them over here. You'll give him some sort of spiel, whatever your particular one is. Mine is, all right, man, at this point, I'm going to run my dog around the exterior of your vehicle, okay? Do not interact with the dog while he's performing his duties, otherwise you run the risk of being bit, okay? That tells him if he wants to run over and pet the dog, he's probably going to get bit, all right? Any
Can I
questions?
pet him afterwards?
No.
Okay.
Any questions going forwards? When performing, when on duty, dogs are not pets. They don't get pets. They don't do anything. You can, as the handler, show them all the love you want to, but they don't interact with civilians. All right? They're working dogs. They're not, you know, anything else. No
That's why I asked that question.
You have a question, Jaden?
No, that's why I asked
Oh,
that
yeah.
one. If I could pet him.
That's exactly, you know, good on the fly adaptation there. No questions? Cool. All right. At this point, you get your dog out. Simple button, door popper comes open. Dog's gonna follow you. You saw it earlier. The dog's gonna run around the car. It's T/K9 actions search, and then the dog's gonna do its thing. If the person is out while I'm doing this, I will go stand next to them to give them a chance to say something in the skybox, either right above their head using /me or in the skybox. You know, it'll tell me dog finds baggie of weed, whatever it is, dog finds nothing, you know, however that works. And then you develop your scene from that point. See, dog finds nothing. We'll see if the canine does the alert command anyways, just out of curiosity.
I was gonna say, I want to see what he finds this time.
Yeah, so that's coincidentally the dog actually found nothing, right? So that works perfectly. You'd be like, all right, you put the dog back in the car. Dog goes in the car. At this point, you have 0 probable cause unless the civ has given you something like the civ will say in their skybox, you smell alcohol in the breath or something like that. At this point, you got 0 probable cause to go in that car. None. You know, he could have 8 pounds of blow in there that the dog just didn't find by chance. You got no probable cause to go in that car. Okay? At this point, you cut him loose. And you'd be like, all right, buddy, thanks for your cooperation. Have a good night. Or you write him a citation, whatever it is. Yada, yada, yada. Scene's essentially done unless the civ gives you some other avenue of probable cause in there. Sound good? Any sort of probable cause questions, I'm always here. If I'm on, feel free to ask me. You know, I would caution this to say, if you have done Leo in real life or whatever, your departmental policies may be different from what I'm saying. This is just based on my experiences in my local, you know, areas. So, you know, that's how it rolls. Any questions so far?
Do you require a form of reasonable suspicion to deploy the K9 for the search, or is it just judgment?
What do you mean? So reasonable suspicion, probable cause, the same thing. Just a different way of wording probable cause. You know, you don't have to have any of that again to do an exterior search of the vehicle, right? You don't have any of that. I don't want to ever see anybody using their dog to search a person. That is a no-no. That is a big no-no. Do not say, all right, I'm going to run my dog around you. You know, we'll have a conversation on the side if that ever happens. It's not practical. It's not done. You know, you can tell if you're at the point where you need to search the person, you better have crossed your I's and dotted your T's, and you just pat them down and find what you find. Dogs are not utilized for that.
Thank you.
You know, it's too much of a, all right, he's going to get bit for whatever. You know, it's too much of a risk. So, reasonable suspicion, probable cause, all the same thing. Any questions? Cool. All right, so we're going to do the fleeing suspect deal. Y'all might want to run along behind us, I guess, you know, whatever it is, but Jaden, this is just going to be, we're both out, but you're about to take off from me, okay?
So if we want to, you could back your car up probably close to there. He can back his car up there and just run forwards. Probably be the easiest. Also, while they're doing this, I'm going to also mention that there should not be 2 K9s on one stop, or 2 K9s have their dogs out on one stop. We don't do that, especially in BCS. So, let's make that clear there.
We'll start it.
There
With me
is
back
only
you.
one out on a stop. There can be another K9 unit, but, you know.
Just letting Theo continue talking. Can you guys hear me in theater mode?
Yeah, we can kind of hear you, but...
Perfect. All right, so this is just an example of our traffic, or our chase or traffic stop has stopped here. He's going to get out and run, and I'll just walk you through how, visually you'll see how everything works. On you, Jaden.
Does the thing 100 already have a roadblock set up?
Dogs popped. Dogs out, got my gun out, and now I'm chasing him. Dogs deployed. At this point, you say, stop running, please, K9. However you want to do it, dog's going to catch him at some point. Boom. Once it's that visual, right? Once it is that visual of the dog on the ground, you lose the opportunity to recall the dog. At that point, it's just you RP it out as an apprehension by K9. Okay? If it was earlier, like when the dog was jumping on him, you can call the dog off at that point. But at that particular visual, it's done. It's an apprehension by K9. Roll your medics, blah, blah, blah. That sort of thing. Okay? Any questions from anybody?
10-4, do you still need signal 100?
Anybody want to have a crack at any of this?
Oh, let's get someone to try it. Who wants to?
Snakes. Snakes wants to give it a try.
Alright, let's...
Can I spawn my vehicle?
Just use this vehicle for right now and spawn your K9.
Maybe K9 Shepherd out here.
For the BCSO guys, feel free to save my Tahoe if you want to. Just change the plate. Once we're done here, I'll leave the Tahoe out and y'all can all hop in and save it, and I'll just change the plate.
1156.
Hey, dude.
Hey, hey, hey.
So, Jaden,
Do you know which cars in particular don't work?
Yeah, so the ones that I have are the ones that I have tested that work for BCSO, right? I haven't tested any of the ones that are, you know, say state trooper only livery or stuff like that, but the ones that I have should have BCSO, state, and LSPD liveries. They might even have Los Santos as well.
Alright.
Oh, where's the K9?
Yep.
You're not out?
Nope. And scene.
Take 2.
1111 to count.
Take 2, boys. Take 2.
Go ahead.
I didn't say smash my car into a wall.
10-4, thank you.
Hopefully y'all are enjoying this chat. I'm not able to give y'all too much attention while we're doing this. I apologize for that part, but hopefully it's okay.
Show me 1041.
You're gonna get bit, man. Stop running. Bite him, Shep, bite him.
There you go.
11:15 dispatch.
So with that visual, he's got the option to recall his dog
Show me back
if the
to
guy
me
gives
from
up.
10
But once he's down on the ground, your options are done.
10-4.
So you're saying you have an opportunity to stop him from biting once he jumps on him?
Yeah, in that scenario, yes. When the person's still up and the dog's jumping on him, biting him that way, yes, you can stop if you do the follow command. But once they're down on the ground, the script is telling you that's an apprehension by K9. Done. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Anybody else want to give it a crack? Vehicle is over there, available if you want to.
I'll give it a crack.
Do it.
All right, let's go.
State 166 to dispatch.
And obviously, practice makes perfect. You don't get it right now, just practice it and you'll get
Show
it.
me on an active 1011 with a red and colored 4-door Fiat. Occupant times 1 northbound. Here at North Freeway near. It's going to be 359.
Hopefully, y'all are enjoying it, chat.
10-4, thank you.
Oh yeah, you're right.
934. Show me.
While we're sitting here chatting, waiting for them to get set up, when you spawn a K9 car and you put your dog in the car, the very next thing you should do is make sure that your car is set to exclusive driver. Most of y'all have probably seen the clip where Fluffy stole my car and blew me up at a gas station. It's because I didn't have it set to exclusive driver. The dog, the way the script works on this server, yeah, I know it's hilarious. Haha. But make sure it's set to exclusive driver, otherwise at some point your dog will get out and steal your car.
10-4, thank you.
Okay.
11:15 dispatch.
Yeah, it worked the way
I'm gonna be on a 1080 at Gresham Highway 067.
Everybody.
With a looks to be gray.
Yeah. Go for it.
Sedan. Don't know the model. We're gonna be at 066. Show me the primary.
Follow command.
Hang on, I'm in the secondary.
There you
go. Current post 037 heading into Sandy.
This is where.
The troopers, the guy said that.
934, you're right behind
I'll let him do his thing
Can I
first.
get you attached to that 1080?
The troopers said, gonna get bit.
The clip is on my YouTube and on my TikTok, so. There's an example right there of the dog turning around and biting him.
Oh, yep.
That's a perfect example. When that happens, you got to be very quick about it and do the K9 follow command, otherwise you will die just like that dude did. When that happens, in a scenario where, well, this is a perfect example, where that happens, you know, on 1 second.
16016. I lost eyes on him finally. Can you check all up?
Hold on 1 second.
We're gonna be at 046 Toledo Boulevard. You just to the right. We're gonna be at 047.
Alright.
Suspect is stopped.
Alright, so while you guys stop, we're going to
Sorry,
do
stream
one
issue there.
more...
My apologies.
Yeah, no, it's all fine. Jordo wants to take a little crack at it and then...
Okay. So,
So
real
while
quick
he's
before
doing
Jordo
that-
does it, I wanted to hit something to you real quick.
Yep.
In a scenario where you die or you accidentally DV your vehicle with the dog in it, the dog 9.5 times out of 10 will despawn. All right, and then you essentially come into what I fondly call like the wait timer. You gotta wait typically 5-10 minutes before the script to restart itself essentially for you. It's not what the script is doing, it's just the easy way to explain it before you can respawn your dog in again. It kind of puts you in a 5-10 minute timeout. So you'll lose your ability to spawn K9. So that's when you'll see me hop in a, you know, an unmarked or something and drive around for a few minutes.
We're gonna have the suspect in custody at 047.
All right, if Jordo's ready to rock and roll.
10-4, thank you.
I guess Jaden wasn't.
Alright, here we go. Oh.
Whoa.
Yeah, that was probably just a misclick. It happens.
It's a lot of paperwork, Major.
Can too.
Alright, we're gonna try this again. So any questions so far about everything we just went over? Now's the time while they're... No questions whatsoever. All good.
Go ahead.
It's a pretty easy bunch. Not gonna lie, it's a pretty easy bunch. This is GTA 5 modified. Fluffy absolutely blew me up at a gas station.
Thank you for getting your follow button there.
11:59. Can I get a BTSO supervisor down to
Your dog ain't interested.
Follow Mountain Jordan.
I'll let him follow you.
It'll be a few mics. I'm on a traffic stop right now.
Needs
10-4.
letting you follow him.
What's that post? It's gonna be a 047 BTSO
Let me try
supervisor.
it one more time. Alright. And let's go.
11:50.
Follow.
The BTSO supervisor. The deputy's gonna be. He just drove off from the scene when I told him not to go.
I wonder if he's hitting it multiple times, Theo.
Yeah, that's probably.
Yeah,
Oh,
call
it's-
sign.
That's probably
oh,
from the
there it
bike.
comes.
Negative.
Hey, Jordo. Jordo. When you're getting him out of the car, are you hitting follow multiple times?
Well, when I
Call
get
him
him out of
off.
the car, I
Call
push
him off.
I push the.
Call him off.
The follow, you only need to hit it one time.
Okay.
Don't
Because
need to
this
hit it
never
multiple
happens
times.
to me. When cause I use a controller.
Right.
When I use a controller, I just push Y and he hops out. And when the suspect's running, I just aim my gun and push right on my D-pad and he goes.
Mm-hmm. So with the controller, that is the one area, because obviously I use mouse and keyboard, that I'm learning. Doing my best so that I can be like, all right, this is how you do it. Because on mouse and keyboard, I can tell you 10 times out of 10 how to do it.
He's gonna be the white sheriff.
So just practice. That's all I'd say is practice makes perfect.
We're gonna be chasing him right now.
Alright, so we're done on that part. If you want to give your dog come back, you all did a good job. You did their little shot at it.
10-4. He's gonna be at 055.
I went over with them how many canines can be on a stop. We don't need 5 dogs on one suspect.
Mhm.
I don't want to see none of that.
Feed off of radio
So
traffic.
doing it. Gonna go good. Let's go over pit maneuvers real quick, because that's something you might not fully know.
Or the lack thereof.
I'm showing him 11.
Yeah, something like that.
So if you are rocking with your dog in the car, you've heard me say it over radio, probably heard, anybody else running K9 say it. If you are, say you've got somebody that takes off from you in a vehicle, you cannot pit. You have a dog in the back of your car. You cannot pit under any circumstances. You cannot pit. That's why I'll be primary until a secondary arrives. I'll tell them, hey, secondary, go ahead and pass me. I've got a K9. I cannot pit. I'll take over the call-outs and boom, boom, boom. Still my call, still my chase. I'm just now secondary because I have the dog, but it also puts me in a prime situation. As soon as the primary unit gets them stopped, dogs out, I can worry about that kind of stuff. I'd tell them, hey, I'm secondary, I've got K9 in the pursuit. If you hear that, that to tell you automatically that the initiating person has the dog, leave yours in the car. Follow me? Any questions about that? Nope. Cool. The only circumstance that, and we're still figuring out, me and Theo are still figuring out about having multiple dogs out at a time, is when you're doing area searches for, say, somebody that's gone missing. All right. So might be like, all right, look, I'm going to take, East Joshua right in front of Sandy. You take Zancudo right behind that. The next person takes the next street back. That kind of stuff. You can have multiple dogs out in that scenario, but that is about it. Okay? If we are floating around here and I've got my dog out on a foot chase, and then I see, say, a Sonora Valley person pull up and their dog's running next to him, that's going to annoy me. That's going to annoy me quite a lot because you're obviously not paying attention. Obviously, you guys here will get it, and everybody else will get the opportunity to watch it on YouTube. I will be to take care of something. Okay, no worries. You're totally fine. For anybody who's got questions about any of this, it'll also be posted on YouTube shortly afterwards, probably today or tomorrow. So
that's going to be in the
anything.
K9 chat and BCSO chats. So.
Yeah, it'll be posted there, and then also the content notified will, for those of y'all that follow that channel, it'll also tell you when it's posted. But it'll be within the next 24 hours. This portion of my stream tonight will be posted up there for anybody that's got any questions. And K9 chat is always open for you guys. Feel free to ping me with a question. I don't have DMs open for obvious reasons. If I had DMs open, I'd get advertisements about little blue pills all the time. So, hold it together, Theo. So that's why my DMs aren't open. I don't accept friend requests. It's just how it is. I have to protect myself from that because, my stuff works just fine. I don't need the pill. We cool, guys? Theo, you got anything else for him?
No. Oh, let's see. What else do we need to go over? We went over that.
Go ahead for state 166.
Going down his
Captain
mental
Do,
checklist.
is there a script for searching for people, or is that just all text?
No, that's gonna be like RPing it out, right? So just spitballing something off the top of my head, right? Say Jaden here is the primary officer on a stop. His suspect's bailed out on foot. He's lost sight of him. You know, I might say, all right, you know, I'm K9 responding. I'm gonna take Grapeseed Airfield. You know, next guy take O'Neill Farm, something like that. If there's multiple K9s, you'll be like, all right, you know, I'll be like 922 K9. I'm gonna take Grapeseed Airfield. And then it could be like, you know, Jordo could say, all right, I don't even know what Jordo's number. What's your number, Jordo? 914.
State 1.
So it'd be like, then he might key up and say 914. I'm gonna take O'Neill Farm with K9. Blah blah blah. That way I know that he's there. I'm here. The next person can go, you know, Grapeseed, Maine, and take the, you know, the buildings around there, you know, that kind of thing. It's just something that you RP out.
That 1071's all taken care of.
Sound good?
10-4, thanks,
Cool.
934.
Theo?
Yeah, let's see. So, we covered the no chasing aspect. We covered the police pursuits. Just trying to think any other circumstances that we might need to cover. Is there anything you guys want some more work on? Maybe some things you quite don't understand? Anything?
Black liveries for the K9 cars. We have no control over that, just by the way. I would love to see him one day, but we have no control over that.
I would be there.
K9 has to have live liveries. You cannot go unmarked, correct?
Exactly. There is, like, for
Other
example,
than SVPD right now.
So what? Yeah,
Except SVPD, they do
yes.
not have a livery.
They don't have a livery, so they go unmarked with a light bar. That's how they roll.
I've seen unmarked, but it just says K9 on the side. Can we not use that?
1150 for dispatch. I have a
You've seen unmarked with a K9 on the side of it? That's new to me.
055. He's walking with
But no.
Seen it before.
To nip that in, find it and show me one day. Show Theo. But as it
But
sits
I would
right
like
now, it
all
has to
of our
look like
BCSO
that.
guys, yeah, to have those liveries on. The reason that we have a livery on it is to keep our asses from getting sued. Happened once in the past, we're not letting it happen again. So
That's
why
just
it's
where
happening.
different departments come in different, you know, whatever policies and procedures. Because IRL, my local municipality, we are all in unmarked cars. We've had this debate in K9 chat more times than I care to count. But as far as I see it, this is Theo's subdivision. We're rocking marked cars. That Tahoe does have a unmarked livery on it. Do not get caught doing it. It looks exactly like this. This is that vehicle, but unmarked. Exact same thing.
Now, there are some stipulations, though. For instance, if you're on a sting operation or you are told by another higher up that you can do it, go for it. If there's, you know, some sort of other reasoning to use it, then you can do so if you're told by another higher up. Again, sting operations, drug deals, you can use these, but right after, you gotta switch.
Yep. So that's a extenuating circumstances. Your 9 to 5 patrol cannot be in one of these. Of the workable K9 vehicles, I have the Tahoe and the Explorer and the Charger saved. Does anybody need one of those for their collection?
Yeah, if you put them out, I'll take one or two.
Okay, I'll pop the this Explorer has the working caution K9 on the back of it. It's kind of cool.
Yep.
So anybody that has
come up and save it if you want to.
You're totally able to save it. I don't know what liveries it has other than BCSO. But just remember, change the plates. Because they will all say 922 on it.
1152, dispatch. Go ahead. Show me
Yeah, I think we covered everything for the most part.
Anybody else want it?
Oh, we might want to go over a little bit of the K9 shooting stuff. I think we already went over that at the start.
We did. We went over it at the start. But just for a refresher, officer-involved shootings, shooting suspects, blah, blah, blah. Leave your dogs in the car. You don't bring your dogs out on that. You know,
I've
it's...
seen it before. You
Don't
don't want no shot K9s. You don't want that.
Anybody else want this one before I switch it to the Charger? Nope. Cool. All right, bring it out the Charger.
1208, thanks.
Anybody wants it, go for it. This one has state and city liveries for those of y'all that are state and city. Just remember to change your plates. These are the ones that I know personally from testing work.
Hey, Captain Do?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I drive the Chevy truck K9. My K9 doesn't die.
Then it works. That's just not one that I've used.
We got a corner.
That's all. It's just not one that I've used.
And it has the K9 Conscious logo on it, on the light up.
10-4.
Perfect. So maybe Jordo can spawn that one for those of y'all that want that one.
Alright.
It's just not one. Put it in the back over here, and for those of y'all that want that one, you can hop in that one.
Oh, I don't have the copy of D9.
What's
I
up?
know how you said about the SVP calls with the lipo. Make sure you reiterate to them that they do have to have a lipo.
934.
I tried to make that a thing, but
yeah.
SVPD.
Thank you.
With the unload cars.
I mean, BCSO guys, you are allowed to run slip top. I really don't care what kind of lights you have on it. Just don't make it
Gotta
look
get outside.
stupid.
You hit me with the door.
Oh no, I was talking about SVPD.
SVPD, yeah.
Dude, I like this one. Holy cow. That's nice.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, now I remember why I don't use it, because it says K9 Odin on the side.
Yeah, I rolled the windows
Oh,
down.
yeah, some of them have the
do you?
K9 names on there. That
Oh, yeah.
sucks.
Oh, nice.
RP it up.
That disappears if you roll the windows down?
Yes, sir. I'll show you.
I like the blue line with the actual line through it on the back.
I still see it.
I'm really
I
want
don't
to say
think
that
that works.
again.
Let me try this real quick.
There it goes.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
Game of Science.
Hell yeah,
doesn't
Jorda.
work.
I want that.
The truck?
Let me see real quick. Let me roll down again. Oh,
I want that.
Once. Yep.
He's like, I want it. I want it.
Oh, what is that?
Oh, that's a canine vehicle.
This from?
That'd be awesome for the beach.
That's what you're going to be relegated to driving if you mess around with your other cars.
Good luck. Good luck spawning it.
Let me
Why?
fucking save it.
What do you mean by
This
that?
case isn't under. It's under.
Yeah.
Probably under a
Oh,
restricted
yeah.
category.
Continue with your trading. It's just a damn car.
I was about to say,
Oh, unneeded.
who's depending on whose keys that is,
Yeah.
some of us might have access to
Damn
it.
it, I missed. Sorry, Snakes.
Why'd you do that?
All right,
I'm trying
back
to
on the line,
dude.
ladies. Back on the line. Back on the line. Ready to go.
Dude, stop using your dang megaphone.
Back on the line.
This is how cars spread around.
All right,
How do you guys find those kind of cars like that?
staff
On the
perms
line,
probably.
Everyone,
Oh.
line. So,
Cause like I can't find like any of
Damn,
those types of
that's
cars.
what
Like I
I'm
know they're.
Yeah,
I know-
those
I
are.
know
It's
they're
gonna
in the
be.
game.
So they have
I see.
a key system, shall we say? So like Mason has keys, Origin has keys, stuff like that, and they'll keep stuff locked behind their keys. So if you've got their keys, then you have access to it.
I'm getting ready to get Origins keys.
Like,
That
you
one,
gonna
yeah.
snipe him out of a helicopter.
No, he's
Is that
got
how
a
you get
deal
'em?
going.
Okay. Anyways,
You can pay him for him.
or that. Anyways, any questions, comments, concerns?
I think we went over everything for the most
Yep.
Can I
part.
get
Feedback.
these state units to go down to that 704 piano?
All right, I think this went pretty
Cool.
well. So, like I said, for the BCSO side of it, only 2 of you guys at a time.
I think that's pretty good.
So I will make a
Any available
stipulation
state
though
units,
that
can I
3
get
of you
them down
can
to
be,
that Panic
just so
at
it can be more
719?
spread out this time. So I think
Is
that's
that
mainly
excluding
what we're
myself and you, or is it including us?
So let's see. You can run K9 if you want.
I'd say
It's up to
you don't count me in the 3 people that are running K9.
Disregard that panic.
So if I'm on and there are 3 of y'all, there will obviously be a 4th. Do not count me. K9 chat's always open, guys. Ping me away, ask me questions. There's no such thing as a stupid question.
Alright, so you guys are all good to go. This was a good training for all of you. Hopefully you learned some cool stuff about the K9 system and whatnot. Hope to see you out there on the road.
There you go. I like it, Sticks. Awesome, guys. Well, let's
Appreciate
head
the
out
time.
there. Hey.